What was your cringiest sexual experience? Dated this girl sophomore year of college. I was getting ready to go down on her when I noticed my biology lab safety goggles were right next to me. I couldn't resist, so I put them on and said safety first. She swooned. Cringy? Maybe. Worth? For sure. I once had sex with this guy and it was taking forever. Usually not a problem. Except it was super boring. After like 45 minutes of straight missionary. I was like, are you at least close? He replied, I'm not some high school chump. We both left unsatisfied. The first time I fingered a girl, it was in a dark movie theater. It was of course lower than expected and I just kept reaching lower and lower. When I finally felt the clit, I said, that's your clit. In an excited 14-year-old voice. Loudly. During the movie. She just whispered yep quietly. I was getting a BJ while laying on my back. When I said I was about to come, she let go of my dong, causing me to shoot nut on my own face. Met a Tinder date at her place. Surprise. She has 2 young children of which I was unaware. Extremely weird for me, but it's just a dinner thing, not a hookup. I thought. This woman is being aggressively sexual while shooing her kids away every 5 minutes. Atmosphere makes it clear she wants me to stay the night. So she goes to put her kids to sleep. So far it's been uncomfortable but not a deal breaker. Then one of her kids calls me daddy. I'm in my early 20s. I freaked the duck out. Made an excuse. And left. My first time I finished in 2 strokes / / __/. I had crazy massively drunken sex when I was 18 at a Christmas party. It was my first time. We went at it for hours. We were out front of my house in her car when I saw my dad leave to go find me. He did a U-turn at the end of the block and pulled back into our garage. I yanked up my pants and went inside. My dad came in and said we were going to have a serious talk tomorrow morning. I woke up the next morning in abject terror with a screaming hangover. I went to the bathroom and heard him coming down the hall. He came in and said, if you're going to be messing around, wear a rubber. That was it. I told him I was really hungover and he told me to put my finger down my throat and gag myself. I started to and he started laughing and said maybe not. And left. I could hear him laughing down the hall. I looked at my head and it was covered with dry, flaking menstrual blood. I had it all over my lap as well. I threw up immediately. First sexual experience? Really? Really bad. I came on my high school girlfriend's belly twice in one evening while she was attempting to help me lose my virginity. She made squeaking noises as she gave me a handjob before sex. We did not have sex. Banged a guy from rehab on my just deceased mom's bed when we were supposed to be cleaning and looking for important documents. The night I lost my virginity. We went at it missionary for 45 minutes. I had to be home for curfew. He didn't finish. And cried while walking me to my car. Now. He's out and proud. I was messing around with this chick who was in the Navy. I was in the Marine Corps. Anyways, she asked if this guy could join in. 21-year-old me said sure, because we weren't dating, just randomly hooking up. Anyways, I didn't know it at the time. But the dude was gay and wanted me to duck him. Everyone forgot to mention that part to me. Anyways, so me and her already started. I was lying on my back and she was riding me. He came in and she got off of me. Figured she was just going to prep him to get where we were at. In a pitch black room, someone started to give me a BJ and it was fantastic. Until I realized she gave a BJ like she was trying to get the last bit of ketchup out of the bottle. That's when it all hit me. This dude was sucking me off. I'm usually one to give anything a go once. But I couldn't get it out of my head it was a guy doing this. I went soft and went back to my room to drink until I passed out. Never saw her again. Was a virgin. Jerked it like 20 times in a row that morning before leaving to hang out with my new GF. She later snuck me in her parents' house to spend the night. And things got hot and heavy. My soldier refused to answer the call. Got the tip of my junk caught in the brace bar behind her teeth. She was struggling to pull away, which hurt, so I was trying to stop her. We ended up calling her dad for help. He brought me a cup of ice and a warning to never come back. I did not. Have a small scar to this day, lol. I was at a party with my then ex-GF in high school. Both of us are pretty drunk and she wants to have sex, so we go to the upstairs bathroom, lock the door, and turned off the lights. I lie on the floor. No condom. And she proceeds to ride me. I have narcolepsy, so I tend to fall asleep at inappropriate times. This being one of those times. I fell asleep for who knows how long. I wake up to the sudden urge to cum. I yell, "Get off!" Push her off me. She hits her head on the counter, and I cum all over myself. Sad moment. Context: I drink a lot of coffee, so sometimes I get a serious case of palpitation and get gag reflexes, especially when I'm full. So yeah, me and my GF just finished eating and I ate a lot. So while doing the deed, I started feeling a little nauseous. I finished and managed to get to the side of the bed before vomiting. She felt really bad because she thought it was because I thought the sex was disgusting. She even asked if she smelled bad down there. I tried to tell her it wasn't her fault and it was only because I was so full. She didn't believe me. Haven't had sex since and it has been 2 weeks. Back in college, this girl came over to my dorm to Netflix and chill. It was going well and we had plenty of snacks to eat. After a while things start to get a little frisky and I slide down to eat her out. She's having a good time. I'm having a good time. Everything's going great. But then out of my stupid ducking mouth comes the words, "You taste like potato chips." We're both just stunned for a second at how I could say something so stupid. She buries her face in her hands and goes, "Oh my god, that is such a turn off." She's about to get off me, so the only thing I can think to do is to shove my tongue back in her. Surprisingly it worked, but for the rest of the night I knew that's all either of us were really thinking about. This is how I learned to keep my mouth shut during sex. Agreed to have sex in the shower with a random hookup. She comes over. Doesn't want to have a shower. I proceed to shower with her in the bathroom the whole time. My friend told me the key factor to make a woman feel good is being funny. So I came home with a girl in the middle of the night. On the way to my bedroom I told her, "You're going to walk funny tomorrow." She's giggling and asks me the obvious, "Why? Are you so big?" After which I locked the door and said the sarcastic, "No. I'm going to cut off your legs." She started crying, kind of ruined the moment. As we were about to start, literally 1 inch away, she sings "Fishy Fishy" in a tone from the McDonald's commercial song for the McFish sandwich. It was an ad that kept coming on Pandora that day. It was funny for her, but definitely threw me off.